I really like having these joint practices because it breaks up the monotony of going against each other on a daily basis, and really going against a pretty good team that's talented. Obviously, they have some guys that was out that we didn't get a chance to challenge against, which I hope we would have, especially a receiver against our DBs. But for the most part, this is a talented team, a very talented team. When it comes to the injury front, Brady got stepped on his ankle. I think he'll be just fine. We'll see about that when I go back inside. I didn't get a chance to see much on the defensive side because I was with the offense for the most part, and I thought we had an up and down day. There were some things that in the passing game I thought we did well, but there were some things that we didn't do well. And then, that's part of practice, going against a good team and a really good front also they went against. So I'm looking forward to seeing the tape. I'm looking forward to getting to meetings with the players and see exactly what we need to improve on. But, man, I love these practices. And the good thing was, man, it was true improvement on both sides for both teams because there wasn't a lot of riffraff going on. And I expected that from another coach, Dayball. All right, so we're really from the same tree as far as coaches that we've been under for the most part. So I expected that. So looking forward to tomorrow's practice.
How did you feel the O-line did against you from what you were watching against that front?
You know what? I thought it was up and down. I really did. I thought there were some times we protected real well, but there were some times we got beat too. They have some really good players on that side of the ball. And that's the good thing about going against that team. And it's good for offense too, to be able to see that. Because you don't go against the front like that on an everyday basis, and every week basis for the most part. For us to get a chance to actually get tested by those guys, I thought was good. But again, I thought, we were jockeying for position for the most part. They got their wins, we got our wins. And I can't wait to look at the tape and really see exactly what happened so I can nail that down.
How do you feel Justin handled the pass rush?
Say it again?
The pass rush of the job. How you feel like Justin?
I mean, it's the same. When I said that statement before, I was just saying overall as an offense, the one thing we got to do is when we see the guy, let's get it out. Then there's other times, I want him to use his legs like he did. So it's kind of hard to really say that, especially when you haven't just really evaluated the tape just yet. But just from the naked eye, I thought it was a little bit of both. There's sometimes you got to get it out, but there's also times I like the way he uses his legs.
I don't think he was ever going to get to you guys in the draft, but just what were your thoughts of Abdul Carter coming out from Penn State when you guys evaluated him?
He's a grown man. He's a grown man. So nothing that out of the ordinary. We all know that, so he didn't shock anybody by some of the things that he can do individually and how they utilize him as far as, trying to get him in one-on-one matchups. So he's a damn good player. We all know that. He's going to be able to make some plays in this league. But again, he's a good player.
Can you give us updates on previously injured guys like Lazard and Tyrod?
Yeah. So Tyrod had a procedure, which we all know. He's still going through his protocol as far as his rehab. So we'll see exactly where he is in the next couple of weeks. I don't think he'll be playing in the preseason, but hopefully he'll be ready for week 1. Lazard has a shoulder. I think it's about 2 weeks for him. So we'll see where his situation is going into week 1.
So did Tyrod just had I'm guessing a scope?
Just a minus scope. Yeah.
What did you make of Mason Taylor today? Obviously, first day back off the ankle. What did you make of him coming back?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I don't know if you guys saw the 7 route that he caught. I think it was outstanding the way that he was able to reach and maneuver his feet, to stay and bounce on that play. But it's the things I expect from him in the passing game. It's nothing new for that player. The thing is, he's got to make sure that he comes along at the right pace, so we don't re-injure that ankle again. But he's a fighter, and he wants to be out there. We're gonna do everything we can to protect him the right way, but also let him go out there and get his work in. So I thought he had a hell of a day.
How good is it for Membo to get a chance to go against these different pass rushers they have? They all have different skill sets too.
Listen, I think it's good for our whole O-line, because again, they're a talented front. And for all those guys to get a chance to go against somebody new with different skill sets is always good. So to get a chance to go back and look at the tape and then do it again the next day, I think our guys will end up watching it and being better on the next day too.
What's your impression of Dayball? How much did you know him before? And
yeah,
can you talk a little bit about what the stuff you guys worked on before
so
you got here?
I've been knowing Dayball for a while. And I said it before, we're from the same tree for the most part. When you just go back and look at his history of coaches he's been with and the coaches I've been with. And I won't go too much into that, but there's a lot of things we see it the same, we think the same. And listen, we're both in this area of New York where it's tough, and there's a number of things that we got to battle. When we talk about that, but I don't think there's a better man for the job, for the Giants, and I think he's going to do a good job there, So, good friend of mine, good person. At the combine, we hang together quite a bit. But again, he's just a good dude.
Now that Justin's been activated on PUP,
Yeah.
what's the plan for him just moving forward?
The same plan that we talked about before. We have a plan for him, and when it's time for him to be on the field, he'll be there.
Who stood out to you on defense other than the usual suspect sauce?
Well, I wasn't over there, so I don't know that yet.
What's the update on Quinn? I saw him on the side.
Same as the other injured guys. We have a protocol for him, and he'll be ready when it's time.
Aaron, we've talked a lot about Braylon and how big he is, how
Yep.
physical he is. I don't know if you're there, but he made a pretty impressive catch for Will Route in 7-on-7 drills. Can you speak a little bit about his versatility? He's not just big and physical. He's got some speed and catch.
No doubt. And that's really for all of our backs, because all of our backs at 225 plus. And not only are they good downhill runners, but they also, help us in the passing game too. I think you saw Brees. Brees made a number of catches in the 7-on-7, where he was able to elude some guys and get open and make some plays. So I'm not surprised at that. I know that's the one thing that we talk about with him because he's 240 pounds, about him being a downhill runner, but there's a number of things that he can do. And we're going to utilize all those guys to what they do well, all right, and then also surprise some people some of the things that they don't think they do well. So I'm looking forward to that.
AG, the other night, the touchdown by Justin.
Yeah.
Isaiah Davis runs a route and he sells it. Holds up his hands, cut the DB out. When you're watching the film, does that jump out to you as just kind of an example of this football IQ?
It's the things that we talk about being smart. And I said it from the beginning, the type of players that we want on our team are smart, tough, aggressive, and resilient. So it doesn't surprise me at all. I'm not saying that we talk about it in totality, but, he just made a smart play. And those type of players want on a team, so it doesn't surprise me.
Does it say anything about Justin that he had a string of periods there where it wasn't really going his way, sacks and completions, like
Yeah.
the pass rush was getting after him. But the final play that he throws in practice is that sidearm back of the end zone. I think it was
Yeah.
Crocker. Is it just a unfaced, like he didn't let anything really bother
Well, it seems like I keep telling you guys the same thing every day about who he is. He's a mature man, and the outside noise does not bother him. And I don't know how many times I got to say this, but that's not going to change with him. He's going to continue to get better and better and better, and not allow anything on the outside to bother him, and just do his job and keep improving. And those are like really some of the traits that I liked about him. That he's just unfazed and he's always here, So it didn't surprise me that he did it because that's just who he is. So I expect that from him all the time.
Last one right here, Ian. Last one. When you were hired in January, you said a part of your motivation in leading this franchise was the way the '98 season ended.
Yeah.
I was wondering how much of that thought or memory do you bring to work every day? Is that still a part of it for you?
There are so many things that I bring to work every day. And it really, when I get up in the morning, that motivate me to go out and be the best. Number one, I was hired to do a job. And that's what I'm expected to do, And then what I feel about this organization, which I've already stated several times, that's another motivation for me also. And then some of the things that happened when I was a player that I just don't forget, like the '98 season. That's also motivation. So there's a number of things that I think about every morning that get me excited about being a part of this job. And plus, I just love what the hell I do. So it's not hard for me, to come here every day with a smile on my face, ready to work. Because I just love coaching football. And I love being around players. I love being around the coaches. So this is the best job in the world for me. And like every day, I'm living my dream. So that's what it is.